Today, we're going to flat bottom the GTI. Okay, so we're not exactly going to flat bottom the GTI, but what we are going to do is we're going to use OEM undertrays from either rough road packages from the Golf or from other MQB vehicles to effectively, well, flatten the bottom of the GTI, reduce drag, which should in turn reduce fuel economy and maybe even increase trap speeds. Let's take a look at what we're doing. So on the floor we have, this is the OEM tray that comes on my car and probably your car as well. And we're going to be fitting this. Yes, it looks old because yes, I have already been using it. But this I have not. So I've sort of laid these out as they'll sit in the car. So this goes over the engine pan. This here goes over the transmission tunnel or the exhaust. This one here, yes, it's dirty because I did have this on the car before. That goes over the exhaust over to the side here, which is why it's orientated like that. And then this one here goes on the rear subframe to sort of direct or deflect air over the exhaust and under the car. So the idea is we fit all of these and then my car's basically a race car, right? Full flat bottom race car? Yeah, thought so. All right, let's fit them up. Alright, so first we're going to fit the under tray, which is the easiest one to fit because it fits just like the original. The only difference is these 3 extra bolts that go at the back. So what we do is we clip this in just like you would your normal tray. Goes in there. And then these 3 go in the back and actually bolt to the subframe. There's actually holes in the subframe already exactly for this, which don't get used for anything else. Done, and then I'll just zip up the rest with the electric one, but I've got to kill the light for that. Alright, let's have a look. Let's get some more light. Alright, so got these knacker ducts here for the transmission, because you could easily be worried about the lack of airflow here, but with the knacker ducts, it's actually okay. There is, in hot weather, I have noticed about a 1 degree difference in oil temp, but I think that's not too bad. So you can see now how far back this goes. It goes all the way back to the start of subframe, almost all the way to the dog bone mount. It does mean that if you want to change your oil now, you do have to take this off. Unless of course you've got one of those suction ones, which are pretty cool, which I have, which means I don't have to take it off. All right, so now let's fit the next one, which is going to be right there. So we'll just put on a second tray. This is the one that goes from the back of the subframe. And it ends about where the original resonator starts. So if you had the original resonator in there, it kind of continues the flat floor because it's that diamond shape, and the flat section actually uses most of that available space. But we don't have the original resonator in there anymore, and I don't have anything to cover that for now. So the next bit is going to be down the back of the car. So I might actually put the back of the car up onto ramps so it's a little bit easier to get. Okay, so next is this one. So this is a sort of exhaust cover. And it covers that bit there, that elbow. So, and this one's not too difficult to fit from memory. Okay, so that's where it goes. There and there. Just use two of these at the back. In here, actually, this is it. Actually clips in. Just zip them up. This. Done. And done. And now there's these little things on here which I'll show you that just need to be rotated. So we've got these things. I'm not sure if I can get it in focus or not, but yeah, these things. These actually rotate on the screw, and I normally use a pick. You can use a pick, or you can just use your fingers. On there, and then there's one on the other side here as well. Might be tricky to film and do at the same time. So this is the last one, and I've never fitted this before, so this is going to be a bit of trial and error. This bracket needs to go somewhere with this bolt, and then this kind of fits on the subframe. Now I don't even know if this is going to fit with my exhaust, so we'll just have to see how we go, I think. Light there. Okay. think it's meant to go back here. It's kind of a section here for where the subframe goes, but maybe it's this way, no, maybe it's this way. Okay, that kind of seems right. Okay, yeah, there's like a little thing to screw this on too. But the other side, there's nothing. I think that's where this bracket comes into play. Over here. I reckon this needs to go here. Looks about right. So and there's no nut. Needs a nut. I have the nut. Let's open that up. Let's check that it's the right nut. Yep, that works. Okay. So this goes like that. Oops, that's not quite right. Like that. Nut on the back. It's a little bit ironic though that I've, trying so hard to remove weight from my car, and here I am adding some back in, although it's not much. Okay, it's on. It's a nylock nut too, so that's not going to go anywhere. Now this has its own. You won't be able to see from there, but once I fit it, I'll show you. Okay, that clips in to there, which is cool. And then there's fasteners on here already, which is kind of tighten up. Not quite on. Oops. Alright. It wasn't on at all. Okay, let's have another go at this. Okay, that's better. Alright, so slight hiccup with fitting the last rear tray. It actually doesn't fit, it fouls. It's actually not made for this car. This is actually a Mark V part, but as you know, the rear end of these cars hasn't really changed since the Mark V, and as you can see, I mean, it fits here, it fits here, but where it doesn't fit, and let's get to the light so you can see, but actually here it fouls on the gas tank here, so I actually can't tighten this up, and this bit here you can see it's kind of sticking down
and it needs to be flush with the gas tank, otherwise it's just going to catch on the wind that comes through. So I'll have to actually try dremeling that out. So I think it will fit, but it just needs a bit of work. So I'm not going to fit it for now. This one's going to be for another day, but I know people have fitted it, but it looks like it just needs some slight modification to fit this gas tank. Your gas tank may not be the same because different countries have different regulations about gas tanks and so on and so forth, but this one doesn't fit. So I think that's where we'll leave it. As you can see though, we've got this one all fitted up, and then we have the two up the front as well, which you can't really see too well from here. You can see a little bit actually. Then we have that big hole in the middle. Now there are aftermarket products that can cover that. I mean, no rush to really do that. I just thought it was cool to actually try some OEM parts to see what there is actually manufactured by Volkswagen. Good thing too is that they're pretty cheap. I think the undertray for the front is probably the most expensive, but these other ones are like, you know, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 50 bucks, something along those lines. They're not super expensive. So with a bit of trimming, this will still fit. I'll take this back off, and then we'll wrap up. So thanks for watching. Wasn't a total success. We'll call it like an 80% success, but this one I'll be able to fix up. So until next time, have fun in your...
Okay, so you didn't think I'd leave you hanging like that, did you? No way. So I went and got the Dremel out, had a go at cutting up this shield to see if it'll fit. I haven't fitted it yet, so let's have a look. So I think here I did a pretty nice job. You can't even really tell I cut it. Here you certainly can. Now I don't know if that's actually going to be enough, but let's see. Okay, so here is the fitted piece. Actually took me a couple of goes to modify it. So you can see here where I've had to cut it. Up there against the gas tank. Over this side, which you can't see with the light. There wasn't any problem. But yeah, that's just because the car this was originally made for, the Mark V, must have had a different gas tank design. Slightly different. But apart from that, hey, it now fits. Okay, so now it's the end of the video. All the parts are fitted properly. Little bit of trimming required, but this is something that anyone can do. These parts are readily available. They're all Volkswagen parts. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, have fun in your cars and keep it on the black stuff.